Hi, welcome to HeKate's Crossing. Okay, so from my live today, there were some people that wanted some readings, and I'd sort of run out of time with stuff that was going on, things that I needed to get done. So I promised that I'd come back and do some readings. So these are free readings from the comments from those that had watched my live. Okay, so it's going to take me a little bit of time to sort of maybe get through them. This is sort of the beginning, and maybe there'll be a couple of add-ons and things. So let's do the first one here. Okay, the first one is from Joan the Leo. Okay, and her question is, now it's a little bit longer than you can see there, so let's just get this down a bit in size so you guys can see that. Whoops. Okay, so I'm just going to go down a little bit, maybe bring it up a bit. Oops, that's not going to work. Okay, let's do that there. Maybe it'll be 7. So, okay, so it takes a little bit of time, but I just wanted to make sure that was there so that you guys can see it. So, I'd like to ask for a reading on my plan to acquire a big land for my goal charity farm. Okay, so for a reading on my plan to acquire a big land for my goal charity farm. So what is the, now remembering I just do 2 cards here, so it might not give you a lot of information, but let's start. Okay, now I'm using the Victorian steampunk here. Get my glasses. So we're starting with the 4 of Moths. Now the 4 of Moths is sense of contracts needing to be done. So it's a sense of agreements, celebrating. And I do feel like there's a need to really make sure that the contract is solid. Okay, so it is about making sure everything in the contract is you've read. It's like reading the contract, make sure it's doing what it's supposed to do. Make sure the agreement is where it is. And be careful of what weighs you down. It really is about a commitment to have the sense of your passion, everything sort of coming together. So you may find things could weigh you down a little bit, could stress you out a bit, sort of like asking for support, making sure you're not doing it alone. You might feel like you are doing things alone. You've got to make sure you've got that support. But it's very much about making sure the contract and everything is once I think everything is all sorted, just be aware of what weighs heavily on you. I know there's a lot of stuff that's big, but it is going to be part of the process, making sure that everything is sort of the way the contract should be. Make sure everything's sort of set out in the contract the way you want it to be. I do feel like you need to make sure that everything's a-okay with that process. Okay, so let's do the next one here. Okay, the next one we got is from Nina. Okay, so let's get Nina's question out here. Okay, Nina's question is, okay, let's get this right. So it just takes a minute just to sort of get this all sussed. Okay, Nina. Okay, so this one I can enlarge the reading a little bit. Let's see if I can go back to my... Okay, cool. Okay, will I be traveling this summer? So let's have a look for Nina. Will she be traveling this summer? So let's have a look here. Nina, will she be traveling this summer? So let's have a look. Will Nina be traveling this summer? So let's have a look. Okay, we've got the 10 of Beetles. 10 of Beetles to me is this definite yes. It's everything's going to come together. It feels like there's a wealth of travel. All about what are you focusing on. You with the 5 of dragonflies, it's all about look at things that you can control, because there might be some things that you cannot. So just focus on the things that you can do with in regards to the travel situation. So there are some things that you can control, that you can achieve, bringing everything sort of together. So it's really about that focus. So will you travel this summer? Yes, as long as you can do the things that need changing, or that you need to look at, and don't worry about the things that you cannot. I mean, there are some things that you can do this summer to enable you to travel, whatever that traveling may be. I don't know where you're going, if you're going overseas or whether you're going local travel. It's all about being able to focus on the things that you can do, instead of worrying about the things that you cannot, because there are some things that could be totally out of your control, that could stop you from going maybe where you want to, but you could travel to some places. So there is that sense of everything sort of coming together. There is that wealth, that abundance of travel, as long as you can focus on those things as well. So that's really important for you to think about. What can you control, and don't worry about the things you cannot. So let's have a look at Wave Killer's question now. So let's type in this. Oops. Wave Killer. So let's have a look. What's your question here? I'll put this to one side. Is how can I reconcile a lot, or does he still hate me? Oh, interesting question. Okay, so let's have a look here. Okay, let's just cut that down again. When these questions are so big. Whoops, not 7, try 8. Okay, so let's have a look here. Okay, how can I reconcile with Chris? Okay. Okay, we have 9 of dragonflies. 9 of dragonflies is that sense of wishes fulfilled. Does feel like things are going to come into fruition. There is that possibility. It's all about choosing wisely. How do you choose to react to situations? You've got the 7 of dragonflies here. You've got the 9 and the 7 of dragonflies. So that sense of the wish fulfilled, it is that possibility of everything sort of coming together, but it's all about the choices that you make. It's all about the choices, how you choose to react to the situation, or also how they react as well. But it doesn't feel like there's any hate whatsoever. It doesn't feel like there's any hate whatsoever. You've got that emotion, you've got that feelings. It's not, I don't think it's like a hate, like, I don't feel like it's a hate or a neutral sort of energy. It feels like there is some sort of emotional connection in some way. So it's looking at how you choose to react to the situation that's going to make a big difference. It's how it does feel like there's a wish fulfilled. It does with the 9 here. It is that sense of everything sort of coming together, that everything's sort of in that preparation of feeling like, yeah, everything's going to sort of come together. It's going to be your wishes. It's going to be sort of, how can it be in that moment, which is really, really important. And so you've got that sense of, how do you choose wisely? How do you make that decision? How do you bring everything into that sense of everything sort of coming together energy? So it does feel like there is that possibility of reconciliation in some way. Definitely doesn't feel like he's going to hate you. It's all about how you choose to react. I think that's going to make a big, big difference there. The choices that you make is going to make a big difference too. It's all about the choices that you choose to do. How can you reach out to sort of bringing everything together as well? So that's it. That's 3 of the readings that have come across for me to do. So yeah, just a little bit of a readings there for the 3. Okay, so let's hope. Take care and blessed be. Don't forget to check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care and blessed be. Oh, didn't mean to do that.